Well, a brand new event coming up next week, a celebration of Juneteenth. Here to tell us more about this event coming up right here in downtown Kingsport next Wednesday, we have Andrea Wilcox, the organizer of the event, along with Maurice Butler, one of the musicians, I guess, at the event.
Yeah,
great to have both of you here.
You.
And Andrea, we were talking about certainly a lot happening this weekend for Juneteenth here in the community, but this is something you came up with for next week on the actual date.
Yes, and I came up with it, Amy. You know, we're sitting back on the sofa, all of us. We're looking at Netflix, we're seeing, you know, a cool show, and I've seen this on TV, right? You see the poetry reading, and I said, oh, I really wish we had this here. And so I thought, we can make this happen. And so that's really where the idea came from. I just love poetry. I'm a reader. I love books. If you want to get me a gift, get me a book. You know, so this, I wanted to really bring together authors, writers, poets, and I just wanted to do it, and I thought Juneteenth would be the perfect day to start it.
Yeah, I was going to say, what a perfect opportunity for folks to share their stories.
Yes.
You said in a safe space, you want everybody to feel comfortable and just sort of remember, honor, celebrate together as a community.
Absolutely. And there's so many stories. Everybody has a story, and we are encouraging people to write their own poems, read their own work, or they could read from their favorite poet, and you know, Maya Angelou, Langston Hughes. I have several people that have signed up to read for the event, and one has written a song. You know, so this is the opportunity to just share your work, like you said, in a safe space, get some feedback from the audience, and talk about your work a little bit, what you're working on.
And I love, you said, you know what, we're going to need some music. We're going to need some background to really kind of bring home that message. So you incorporated Maurice here.
Yes.
And Maurice, tell me a little bit about, I know you're a very popular musician. You play at a lot of these different local venues. Tell me what you're expecting and what you're hoping to do through this event Wednesday night.
Basically, I want to help create the atmosphere with, like she said yesterday, we were sitting around just going over some poems, and I was just making up stuff to go along with it, and she loved it. And that's what I do. I try to create the atmosphere for people, whatever they're doing.
And so everything will be spontaneous, right?
Yes, nothing pre-rehearsed. I have no idea what I'm in for yet, but
it will be super fun.
She believes in me, so I'm going to do it.
Yeah. Well, and I feel like when you're hearing the words and you're visualizing the story, you're picturing that, when you add that element of music, I mean, it just takes it to the next level.
Right, and you read it differently with that music. What I found when we were going through some things yesterday, it was just so exciting because it slowed me down. I could really think about what I was reading, really reflecting, and wow, that was powerful. You know, and so the music helps the reader relax and take a breath, and it just creates that right atmosphere, the ambiance. You know, where we're doing it is just the perfect spot. That was the other thing. I had been there before, and I said, you know, this would be great for that. So.
It will be. Absolutely. Yeah. You were very intentional about Inspire Wine Bar.
Yes. I like wine with my poetry.
Yeah.
So this
and the music
awesome.
with the wine. Yeah. And it's more intimate.
Yeah, it's more intimate, and I really want us to talk about some of the poetry that we're reading. I'm also going to have some pieces of poetry set aside if there's somebody that wants to try their hand for the first time, read something out loud. You know, this is one of those things you hear others and you're like, I want to try that. So we will have some poetry set to the side that others can try to read. So it's going to be so fun.
And very powerful. Maurice, what was it like when she came to you about this event, Juneteenth, wanting to be part of it? What does that mean to you?
Well, for me, as a musician, I've been playing a lot of years, a lot. I've been sitting there thinking about it. So Andrea came, like, I did the Cosby Award. She said, I need some music. And I said, okay. And she left it up to me, so I get to be creative and create what I feel. And that's basically what I do. I play what I feel at the moment.
Yeah. And that's what he'll be doing Wednesday night. It's going to be a beautiful evening.
It is. And we want it, again, to be relaxing and just something different, you know, that chill vibe.
All right. So we're going to give everybody the information. I'm looking forward to it. It is all happening in downtown Kingsport at the Inspire Wine Bar. It is going to be right there on Commerce Street in Kingsport. You can check out that event. It is Wednesday evening in downtown Kingsport. You can check them out on Facebook as well for more information.